Today we're going to talk about the importance of your team when acquiring a business and the difference that it can make. My name is Walker Dybel. I'm the author of Buy Then Build and creator of the Acquisition Lab. When you buy a company, it's not always going to be just you. It's going to be a team that you're able to bring in, a team that you're able to recruit from your network, or a team that you're acquiring. Just yesterday, I talked with someone who had read Buy Then Build, okay? Decided to go out and buy a business on the side. It was an online business, and he acquired it for somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000. Okay, he worked on that business for 3 years, and now they are going to accumulate almost $5 million in adjusted EBITDA over this calendar year. Okay, and so he was able to create tremendous amounts of growth. And when I asked him, I said, how are you able to create this much growth and using acquisition entrepreneurship? And he said, Walker, the thing is that like, it not only was, reading Buy Then Build and getting the confidence to be able to do this, but the thing was that like, I had a team that I could leverage, right? And so in other words, sometimes people forget the build part and they want to just like buy then chill, right? But this individual, this acquisition entrepreneur, this CEO saw the difference. And so he was able to recruit a lot of the people from his network that were able to really capitalize on the growth opportunities of the business. In that particular case, he was able to use equity and appropriate salaries for key people because he had a day job. So he didn't need to, this was like a side hustle at first. So he didn't need to be taking cash out of the business, right? I've had similar experiences where, I've done turnaround acquisitions simply because I had a turnaround professional that was available that I knew that I could put in there, okay? My railing company was something that I acquired because I knew the person that's probably, fabricated and finished like more, aluminum than anyone else, in the regional Midwest, right? So I, in both of those individual cases, I knew the person. And so I knew that the team was able to execute, and in both cases, we have, okay? So the thing is that like, when it comes to Buy Then Build, sometimes you might be coming in with a team or a network of people that you know, and that's what I always recommend, okay? On the other hand, you wanna understand what your downfalls are, okay? And you wanna understand, hey, I'm really good at revenue generation, I'm really good at online marketing, I'm really good at B2B sales, I'm really not good at sort of like, keeping books, running day-to-day operations, running production or this kind of a thing. Just that simple understanding is going to tell you who I need in this business, right? That's not necessarily what we just described with like operations, production, all the rest of it, even accounting, is not someone you necessarily need to bring in. Like this can be specialized knowledge, but it's really more of a personality type and a strength. Okay, so when you're acquiring a business, just know that these are the things that you can actually acquire and build from. And so you want to be on the lookout to make sure that you're paying attention to your weaknesses and what your strength is, so that the build opportunity that you have is something that you bring to the table or that your team brings to the table that's outside of this company, and that your weaknesses are addressed by the team that's in there, okay? Listen, we created the Acquisition Lab to create world-class instruction around this topic of acquisition entrepreneurship. It started out as the #1 elective in almost every single school in which it's taught, in all these MBA programs, which is only a dozen schools. What about the rest of us, right? Knowing that Buy Then Build was adopted as a textbook in a third of these schools, I decided, hey, I need to go ahead and create the course. So not only did I start working with the Olin School of Business to work with them on their acquisition entrepreneurship course, but we worked with a world-class curriculum designer in order to create the content around the Acquisition Lab. From there, we added group coaching, small group coaching for a year at a time in order to help you find that business and get access to people so that you can get out of your living room, out of your head, and get advice on specific deals as you see fit. We also have a suite of tools and a vetted community where only 12% of applicants are accepted into the lab. So looking forward to your application. You can go to acquisitionlab.com, and just remember, the magic is not in the de-risking of an acquisition, okay? It's in being able to build it with the strengths of you and your team, or the team that you're acquiring. Thanks a lot.